Hello and welcome back to my channel and my Satisfactory playthrough. First thing that we're going to do today I think is actually unlock our basic steel production, and then we're going to go look into doing expansion to the power grid, and then we'll go and see about actually setting up our basic steel production. Just need to see what we need to get here. So we need to grab some more concrete, some more wire. Alright, then I just need to run down for rotors. Actually, we might end up needing all of these because I think we need them for the power generators. Might as well put this truck back to let it refuel too. Actually, I think, or yeah, no, because we want to unlock that milestone.
Milestone reached. Coal and iron can be combined in the foundry to start steel production. Project part number 2, the versatile framework, can only be created via automation, not at a crafting bench. Delivering these to the space elevator is essential if we are going to complete phase 2 of project assembly and save the day. Fix It and humanity is relying on you.
Alright, so that unlocks our foundry, which will let us smelt the iron and coal together to make the steel. But the first thing we're going to do is head over to expand the power grid. Well, that's a little uneven. Might need to build a little bridge over that. Alright, so let's see here. Oh, wait, I think the only coal that was over here that was left was the one that was covered with that rock. Alright, there's one out here a little further, though. We can just go up there and pipe it back here if we need to. The problem is it looks like we need to go up a mountain. Not close enough to see it ping yet. It's quite overgrown over here. So this one's going to give us more, actually. I think this is going to give us enough. Or wait, maybe the other one's warp here, right? It let us do 4, I think. Alright, so we'll bring this with us, and then we'll just have to run the power back out. Okay, no, this gives us 120 actually. The other ones were normal. So yeah, this is going to be enough for 8 generators total. However, it also means we're going to have to upgrade this entire conveyor to Mark II. So that's going to be expensive, but it's the only way to get 120 to go through. Maybe we'll do 4 of the generators for now, and then once we get the conveyor upgraded, we can add the other 4. I think we are going to have to hang these off the edge to be able to drive past them. Alright, so we got to go grab more plates. Look what I just noticed. We literally don't even have to finish doing this right now because there's an entirely unused coal vein right there. That is a massive time saver. Oh, this is perfect. Alright, I just gotta grab more plates and then we'll come back and just use that one. Alright, let's see here. Connect this to the power grid. And then we'll just get it over here to the rest of the conveyor. There's a bird on my conveyor belt. Good, I was hoping he wasn't gonna prevent me from building there. To figure out how we want to lay this out. We'll probably just go down past where all this current stuff's built. Alright, let's see here. Okay, took a little bit of reworking, but I think that we can just kind of build another platform here now. Alright, having stuff in the vehicle came in handy finally. I was like, I really don't want to have to run all the way back for stuff for these other generators. Alright, so the coal's pretty much here. We just need to get something figured out for the water collection. We're going to need 2 more of those. Let's get some power lines over here. We'll give this a second, see if it fills up while we get the coal over here. Alright, looks like it's filling up alright here. You're like stuck under that pipe for a second. Alright. Alright, we're gonna let that fill up for a minute. And in the meantime, we will get the pipe over to the other two here. Alright, there's one filled up. Let's get the second one connected. Alright, so once again, we'll just let that get filled up. And we'll just continue doing this until we get all these connected. Alright, we got one more to get connected after this. I was just scanning while I was waiting here, and I noticed that there's some more iron that we could use over here toward our steel production, but I think I'm too far away to see if there's any more down here, because I know that coal we were going to use for it is actually down here in the south part. I guess we'll check. We'll check down there first. If there isn't any iron down there closer to the coal, then we'll have to meet all of this back at the base, and you know, I mean, we'll end up doing it back at the base anyway, but this is a lot further to bring the stuff, I think. Alright, there's all the generators connected. Now we can go ahead and head over and try to find the coal and iron for basic steel production. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, so it looks like iron wise, we're not really finding much else here. I guess we're gonna head down here and find that coal, and then I guess we'll have to figure out the iron from there. Kind of surprised there isn't any more iron over here. Like, there's quite a bit of space for there not to be any. Couple things of limestone here, it looks like. Ooh, that's one of those super bull guys. I really don't need that right now. Oh, look at this. It's I think a drop pod is what they call it.
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for analysis in the MAM, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
They're not exactly encouraging curiosity here, huh? I think it might be up on that, like, peak up there. Let's try not to drive off the edge of this, because probably wouldn't be too nice. Alright, there's the coal right there. Oh, and there's a spitter. I want to check really quick how much the... So it's going to use 45 of each. So let's see here. So this is going to pull 120. So if we can find 120 iron, we'll be able to do 2 foundries making the steel ingots, which should be enough. Because I think we have 2 things we have to produce at first with it until we unlock the advanced steel production. So this is actually where we're going to leave it for this episode. All that power grid upgrading took a little more time than I expected, but we're going to pick up right here next episode, and we're going to get this powered, get it piped back toward the base, and then locate the iron we need and finish getting this steel production set up now that our power grid should be able to handle it. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next episode.